Ahoy, rock stars! Welcome. Give it just a little longer for people to get in and get situated. But ahoy, everyone. I am Kristy Woolums, the Director of National Accounts for Virgin Voyages, and we're so excited to be here with you today. Before I dive in, I just want to say thank you again for your time. I know we are about to kick off to a long weekend, so the fact that you are here learning more about Virgin Voyages is truly such a great honor. But before I get started, so I have had the pleasure of being with Virgin Voyages for, oh my gosh, a little over 6 years now. So since the very beginning, part of that original sales crew. So what I can tell you is that where we sit today and how far we have come is like nothing we've experienced before. So if you're new to selling Virgin Voyages, if you don't know much about us, just know that you are in the right place at the right time. And we are so excited to partner with you. So I will go ahead and dive in. And I promise you, whether you are an avid seller of Virgin Voyages or brand new to us, you will absolutely get some great takeaways from today. But biggest thing is what makes us different and who are we? So for Virgin Voyages, one of our biggest takeaways and the number one reason why people are booking us today is the fact that we are those exclusively adult only voyages. What we found, and Richard Branson, being the innovator that he is, knew there was a need in the marketplace. There are so many incredible cruise brands out there that really do a great job supporting the family market. That was not where we wanted to compete. What we knew was that there was a need to really address that adult only market. And typically, you only find that when you go very far into the luxury segment. So, for us, we wanted to address that group of sailors that was currently being underserved. So, that's how Virgin Voyages was born. And we always say, no kids, no kidding. While we love the kiddos, there are amazing products out there at Virgin Voyages. We truly believe that absence makes the heart grow fonder. So, leave the littles at home and come get away and reconnect with your friends and your family and have an incredible time on board our ships. What also makes us different is the fact that we have our always included luxuries. What we found, especially around the pandemic, was that a lot of companies started, adding in some extras they don't normally add in. But what we're seeing today is that all of those things are being stripped away. That whole pain point of being nickeled and dimed is truly just a terrible buying experience. And when you have clients, especially those that have never cruised before, it's really difficult to explain that nickel and diming process to them. And it's frustrating for consumers. So when we came into the market, we said, you know what? We want to make sure the essentials are included. Our clientele also told us they have no problem paying a premium price if they felt they were getting the value for what they needed and they felt that the essentials were included. So at Virgin Voyages, you can always find dining at all of our 20 eateries. So you'll never hear us say specialty restaurants because typically that means there's a charge. Not at Virgin Voyages. You've got a variety of different options. So any of our sailors can eat at any of our amazing venues at no charge. Gratuities is another one. That for us, we want you to have genuine service interactions with our crew. Richard Branson is a huge believer in take care of your people, and in turn, they will take care of your guests. And that's exactly what we do at Virgin Voyages. So even when you buy a cocktail on the ship, there's not even an option for you to tip. So we love having that peace of mind. Wi-Fi, it's a basic human right these days. You can find free Wi-Fi almost anywhere on land. So of course, our sailors, we want you to stay connected if you want to, or show off to your friends and family that didn't come with you on the voyage how great of a time you're having. Group fitness classes for us, we have sailors that want to stay in their everyday routine. Wellness is a really big part of who we are. So it's all about that detox and retox, having that balance. So you've got a variety of group fitness classes that you can take advantage of at no charge. Your essential drinks. Water is essential. You cannot survive without water. So the fact that you sometimes have to jump through hoops to get it on other products is, something we couldn't wrap our heads around. So we provide still and sparkling water in all of our cabins. We also have refillable water stations throughout the ship. So a pro tip to tell your clients is have them bring their favorite Stanley cup or refillable bottle because they'd be able to have all their favorite beverages with them. That also includes sodas, drip coffee, tea, and non-pressed juices. And then, of course, in a Virgin fashion, we've got lots of shows and entertainment, really shaking up the way we created that onboard experience, but a wide variety of things for your sailors to do without them having to pay for them. Going back to being just easy to do business with. As a brand, we want to be your go to option. We want you to know that we are here to take care of both you and your sailors. We don't want you to have to jump through hoops. We understand ship happens and sometimes you need a little bit of flexibility in your life. So we created our policies and the way we structure our fares around that. So when you look at our pricing online, we are not apples to apples to most brands because we include so much in the fare. So we created this fair and flexible grid, which you can find on our advisor website, firstmates.com, to really show to your clients kind of what the differences are. So when you book Virgin, you don't have to pay extra for your dining. You don't have to pay extra for a soda package, gratuities, Wi-Fi. And so when you look at all of those inclusions, then when you look at other contemporary and premium brands where you have to add in that cost, we actually come out as a much better value for your customer. So again, just telling that story and shouting it from the rooftops that no, you're going to have just an overall better experience with Virgin because you're not going to have to worry about adding on all these extra things. So it's just a simple way to cruise even still with our pricing, adding in that $300 bar tab, which I will talk about in a bit, still makes us a better value. And then this is something we don't talk about enough either. We allow you to change your voyage sail date up to 45 days prior to sailing. Again, things come up, and if you need to change your sail date, we just want you to come experience the ships. But we also allow you to change names on your bookings. This is for all sailors in your cabin. You can do name changes up to 48 hours prior to sailing with no penalty or fees to do so. That is extremely rare in the industry. So, again, the cabin at that point is paid for. If your sailors can't go and they have someone that can take their place, we absolutely want them to do that. So just know that Virgin Voyages has your back. And what are we seeing? Since we are still a relatively new cruise line, we didn't start sailing until October of 2021, and we are taking over the award category, which is so exciting as a new brand. But what it's telling us is that sailors are really loving our experience and they can't get enough of it. So we're thrilled to announce that for the second year in a row, we were named Travel and Leisure's World Best Ocean Cruise Line. So thrilled about that. And again, these are voted on by real life sailors. These are not paid for awards. So 2 out of 3 years, not too shabby for a brand new cruise line. So excited to see that. And then, of course, lots more awards. We continue to bring home awards based on best cabins. Dining is a huge one for us, our crew, and also just our overall experience and value. So definitely have trust when you send your customers to us that they're going to have an amazing time, but also that we're doing a lot of things right on board our ship. So we want you to have that confidence and know that it is a great product for more people than you may have originally thought. So, kind of our makeup of Virgin Voyages, where we sit today. So, right now, we've got a total of 4 ships in our fleet. Scarlet Lady was our original ship, which launched in October of 2021. We then introduced Valiant Lady shortly after her launch. Resilient Lady for us came into play in 2023. And then Brilliant Lady, which is our fourth and final ship, is finally on sale, not yet sailing. We currently have 3 ships in the water. Brilliant is hanging out just for a little while longer, but she will make her big debut in September of 2025. Now, what we love about Brilliant Lady, when we launched our first 3 ships, we did not have the chance to do this amazing activation. We couldn't really, activate a lot of markets just because of the timing and, being so close to the pandemic. So Brilliant Lady for us, we were able to take a pause and we are going to give her the debut that none of the other lady ships have quite gotten. So Brilliant Lady for us will actually set sail in September of 2025, but she's going to start and she's going to activate a lot of North American markets we haven't been to yet. So she'll kick off her sailings starting out of New York. We'll take on some Bermuda and Canadian sailings through there. She'll spend a couple months and then she'll head down to Miami. Once she gets to Miami, she'll do some Caribbean sailings for us there. The only difference between Brilliant Lady and the rest of her sister ships is that her lifeboats are brought in slightly so she can actually fit through the Panama Canal. We've got an incredible Panama Canal sailing that will go from Miami to LA. We'll finally, for the first time, have a ship on the West Coast. So, our West Coasters that are on the call, get ready. We are coming to you. We're relying on you to bring us all those fabulous sailors. But we'll have some great options out of LA, where once she finishes there for about a month, she will then head up to Seattle. And we announced that once she gets to Seattle in summer of 2026, we've got incredible Alaska itineraries coming your way. Alaska continues to be a hot destination. We keep getting asked, are we going to Alaska? So, yes, we can finally say we are. We expect to have those Alaska itineraries released within the next couple months. So, keep an eye out, but they are going to be wonderful. But 7-night round trips out of Seattle. And again, to have this adult only product and virgin type of experience in Alaska, they are not ready for us because there is nothing like us out there. So definitely going to be a great option as you start looking at those Alaska vacations coming up for 2026. Also for us, we've matured a lot. So as a new brand, when we first launched, really 4 and 5-night Caribbean sailings was the bulk of our itineraries. It was kind of for a long time the only thing people knew that we did. But on today's webinar, I wanted to really just let you know how much our itineraries have grown and how just spectacular they are. So even within the Caribbean for us, we have much longer sailings available to you now. We're really trying to target these more unique destinations, but you'll find those longer Caribbean voyages, even out of Miami, which will have 6 and 8-night sailings, usually in the winter months. And then we also travel now out of San Juan, and we've got beautiful 7 to 11-night itineraries available, hitting St. Croix, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, all of the amazing islands, and Tortola, one of Richard Branson's favorites. But those San Juan itineraries are really nice. You'll actually sail by Necker Island. And I've heard from our sailors, you can get a good glimpse at Richard Branson. Usually when he's home, he comes out on his boat and waves to our sailors from Necker Island. So again, really great itineraries. In addition to the Caribbean, we're doing a huge focus on Europe. This year, we sold out our Europe season, which means we expect to do it again next year. So now is the time to lock your clients into these itineraries. Europe is extremely popular for us, but we don't have the same 2 rotating 7-night itineraries in Europe this year. Instead, what we did, and this was feedback from you guys as the advisors, you came to us and said, look, a lot of the sailors that are going are from North America. They want those longer itinerary options. They need more than 7 nights. So now you can see a whole revamped itinerary list for Scarlet Lady out of Barcelona. And then we also have Resilient Lady doing longer sailings from Athens. So these are, you're going to find, 10, 11-night sailings, great variety here. So just remember those have changed, and we added on new of those bucket list destinations. You can go to Iceland and Istanbul, Portugal, which is one of my personal favorites, Spain and Norway. So if you have not kind of taken a look recently at what our Europe season looks like for 2025, jump in there because there are some really great, interesting itineraries that are kind of, not the cookie cutter itineraries that are out there on some of the other options. So definitely think of Virgin Voyages as you're looking at Europe for next year, and get them booked soon because we've got some of the best rates we have. And as those ships start to fill, of course, those rates will continue to go up. And then hot off the press, our Marvelous Voyages. These are so cool. We actually just released our last set of them yesterday, so you are getting all the scoop. But these are really fun. Eclipse travel. Who knew? Eclipse travel is booming right now. There is such a market out there for sailors looking to follow that solar eclipse experience. It's once in a lifetime. It's so unique. So again, we've released some great itineraries there. So check those out. Also looking at the British Isles and the Baltics. And then yesterday we actually released some more itineraries, including kind of that LA to Vancouver itinerary. So great variety, all on firstmates.com. We've got all the assets for you. But this is what people want to see. They want Virgin Voyages because it's such a unique experience, but they also want a unique itinerary to go with it. So you've got take your pick, really. There's so many great options out there. But just know, we've grown a lot on the itinerary side. So definitely make sure you're staying up to date with what some of those itineraries look like. Now, who are the fabulous sailors that are coming on board Virgin Voyages? Well, what I'll tell you is if you haven't sailed with us before, it may not be who you think. So, for us, we are a product that truly leans into the psychographics. I know everyone always asks, well, what's the demographic? What's the age? And it's so different with us. So, I'll share some of that because I know it does help. But our average age is 48 years old. And remember, that's a real 48 because we don't have kiddos on board our ship. So there's not a 2-month-old infant that is skewing down those numbers. But what we see from a sailor perspective is that it is truly for the young at heart. Our sweet spot, and probably 80% of our sailors are between the age range of 35 and 65. That is the majority of who's coming with us. It doesn't mean if you're younger or older, you're not a perfect fit. But what it's telling us is that, these are sailors that maybe have kids that are, old enough to leave at home. They don't have kids, they're coming to us. But over and over, they're coming because they know that we have created such an inclusive product and such a space where you can come as you are. We don't have forced formal wear or dress codes. And it's really an environment. It's such a vibe. If you've never actually been on board, it's electric. You will never meet a stranger. It is just a really sophisticated way to travel, but without a lot of the formalities and stuffiness that sometimes are affiliated with luxury. Almost 50% of our sailors deposit for their next sailing when they're on board our ship. So our repeat rates is a big focus for us. We're trying to get those repeat customers, but they love us and they want to come back for more. So that is something that we again are continuing to build. But what I will tell you, and over again, we see our advisor friends, our first mates come on board and they sail and they say, wow, this is for so many more people than I originally thought it was. They immediately think of clients it's for. So if you haven't sailed with us, I highly recommend you find time to get on board our ships because it is a product. It really is. There's something for everyone. While not everything on the ship may be something for you, there is something else that you can do. So, and I'll talk about some of that experience here in just a bit. But I really wanted to dive into, who are these sailors and give you some ideas and things to think about when you're looking at your database or, seeing who to position Virgin Voyages to. So I'm going to kind of go through a few different sailor demographics. Number one, starting with our foodie. If you've got those foodie groups or those, groups of friends that do cocktail nights or they're always going to the hottest restaurant, the Yelpers, those that really enjoy kind of that food focused travel, Virgin Voyages is an absolutely amazing option for them. We continue to bring home awards when it comes to our food. And, part of this being a new brand is we revamped the way the food was done on board. You don't have any main dining rooms, no buffets, everything's fresh, made to order. And part of that was knowing having this adult only environment, they didn't want food that was watered down because of children. They wanted to have, every night feel like a special occasion, but also super quick, casual food that was delicious. And that was not too much to ask. So when we put together kind of the food and beverage program, we wanted to make sure we had full balance. We wanted to give you those special occasion restaurants, but we also wanted to give you more relaxed vibes that if you had a really long day exploring in port, you could still have an amazing meal, but maybe not a meal that takes 2 hours. So a lot of balance there. As I mentioned, all of our eateries are included. So we've got, out of those 20 eateries, we've got 6 full service restaurants on the ship where you can go sit down. Gumbe, one of my absolute favorites. It is our Korean barbecue restaurant, and it's truly such a fun experience. A lot of our sailors love doing this on night one because if you're not a larger group, you actually get sat with other sailors. And in true Korean barbecue, the food is grilled at the table, but you come in, you start with a complimentary shot of soju, and you actually play a Korean drinking game with your server as a way to break the ice. But lots and lots of fun, and the food is amazing. Extra virgin, everybody loves. It is that, homey Italian feel. You're gonna have the fresh made pastas, which are made fresh every day on board our ships, rare Italian wines, and incredible desserts, including the avocado. One thing that's unique about us is we do have bars in our restaurants. So you can go to Extra Virgin and sit at the bar and have a full dinner. That is something that you cannot usually find on cruise ships. So there's so many people out there that love going to amazing restaurants, but they love having that social bar interaction, chatting with the bartender versus that more formal sit down experience. So we have that option available as well. Pink agave, elevated Mexican cuisine, so fresh, so delicious. I think pink agave is always a fan favorite amongst our first mates. Between the chicken enchiladas, the steak in here, which I know this will be controversial, but I think pink agave has the best steak on our ship. I know that might start a feud out there because there's a lot of amazing steaks on board. But if you have not been to pink agave, I definitely recommend you try the steak. Our test kitchen, a foodie's dream. This is gonna be that molecular gastronomy type restaurant. It's a really amazing tasting menu, but the menu itself is just a list of single ingredients. So it might just say mushroom, and then the chef brings out this incredible dish all around that sole ingredient, making it the star. Such an incredible culinary experience. You would expect to pay big bucks for that, usually at any other product. And for Virgin Voyages, it's fully included. There's also some great cocktail and wine pairings you can look to add to even elevate that experience even more. Razzle Dazzle for us, this is such an amazing restaurant. We just actually revamped the menu in here, Razzle Dazzle After Dark. And while it has a lot of vegetarian and vegan forward dishes, do not sleep on Razzle Dazzle. It's got some of my favorite bacon and pork belly on the entire ship. So it is truly for everyone. Um, and if you haven't picked up on this already, anytime you sail with us, you must come hungry because you will have no problem eating your way through this ship and trying everything. And then our last staple restaurant is the Wake, which is that steak and seafood restaurant. So giving you, what the sailors love, these beautiful steaks, seafood. The clam chowder in here is heavenly. And fun fact, it is okay to have clam chowder for breakfast because we have it on our brunch menu. So absolutely delicious. But again, we want our sailors to be excited about going to dinner, that every night feels like a special night for you. And, our sailors really enjoy it. And I will put our food next to anybody out there. I really would. And then for those that are just looking for a quick bite or something a little more relaxed, we've got the Dock and Dock House that has incredible, grilled shrimp and chicken and steak skewers. We've got the pizza place where you can get your individual pizzas fresh made to order. Lick Me Till ice cream. Again, Virgin Voyages, we don't take ourselves too seriously on board our ship. Got to have a little bit of fun while the kiddos are at home. And then our Sun Club Cafe for those delicious poke bowls, one of my favorite things to get when you're out by the pool. Now, lots of food on board. So, to balance all of that food, we want to make sure we've got an incredible wellness program on board our ship. So, think about these wellness lovers. Really, for us, we've also seen some advisors get really creative with, targeting some of these boutique fitness studios in their local area. They're going to them knowing they have all these fitness classes included. So, wellness retreats are really popular these days, and we're a perfect ship for that because yes, you can do your wellness in the morning, but then we've got a lot of great offerings for you to do throughout the rest of the day, including self care offerings. I think what we're most famous for is the fact that all of our balconies have that incredible virgin red hammock on them. And yes, we know our sailors want to see more than one hammock on the balconies. So you never know. We hear you. But they are just, there's something great about having a long day and being able to come back and relax in your cabin and enjoy the hammock. So we wanted your cabin to be this oasis you could escape to. But recently we were excited. We just brought home the Travel Age West Award, Wave Award for Best Onboard Wellness Program because we have such a wide offering. Just to kind of give you some insight into some of the things you'll find, we have stunning sunrise yoga. We've got spin classes on board our ships, but we also have, some fitness classes that might feel more like entertainment than an actual workout, but you're sure to get your sweat on. One of them being our VHS workout, which is a spoof on the Richard Simmons workout videos. We encourage you to pack your neon, your sweatbands, and your leg warmers, and we'll provide the shake weights. But it's really that step aerobics kind of class. It's hilarious. But again, giving you some really silly options that you can come on board and feel like a kid again. But again, focused on that. And then, of course, our award winning spa, where if self care, taking a break from the busy stressors of everyday life is really important to our sailors. We know sometimes you just want to slip away, go get a nice treatment, go read a book. And that's something we can have for you on board our ships as well. Now for our socialites. So we love them because these are usually your Pied Pipers. These are the clients in your database that they come to you, they see something like, "Oh, this looks like a new resort," or "This is, a new destination I want to go to." And they're the one that as soon as you book them, they bring those friends with them. They're the ones that can really rally their crew to get them to commit and go on these vacations. So we want to find them because they're spreading that word. They're usually kind of that big source of referral business for you. But the socialites love Virgin Voyages because while a lot of our sailors come from those all-inclusive resorts, which, everybody loves, at Virgin Voyages, you get that kind of feel, but you get a lot more nightlife in our ships. So all of our voyages have our signature PJ party, which is exactly what it sounds. It is a pajama party where people get together with their friends. They come in matching onesies. They really go all out with these group pajamas. And yeah, you meet our happenings cast, and there's dancing, there's cookies, there's all sorts of really fun stuff going on. But great way. It always is on the first night of the sailing to meet other sailors on board. Scarlet Night has got to be our signature experience on board our ships. This happens on every ship once per voyage, but essentially we paint the entire ship red. You'll notice in the evening hours, all the balconies start to turn red. You'll see giant octopus kind of pop up through the ship, but really it's a night of different circus and theatrics that happen in all different venues. So depending on where you are for Scarlet Night, you'll experience different things. It really kicks off usually around like 8:30 or so. Lots of fun things going on. It's one of those things I always say, just keep moving through the ship. You and your crew, go from one spot to another, really enjoy it. But all of our sailors love this. They, wear a splash of red or all red. Anything goes on Scarlet Night. So we see people that, have full sequin jumpsuits and the works. It's totally up to you as a sailor, but everyone gets really into it. And it ends with the most epic party up at the pool with our happenings cast that does an amazing singing and dancing number. And then it is not a real Scarlet Night unless you jump in the pool with all of your clothes on. It's kind of like our rite of passage, what I'll say, for Scarlet Night. It is just such an electric experience, but I highly recommend you've got to come on board and be a part of Scarlet Night. There's nothing like it out there. So lots and lots of fun. And then, of course, one of our signature and most Instagrammable spaces on our ships is the Manor. It is this beautiful diamond-like entryway with the mirrors. Besides the hammock picture, I think this is probably it'd be a toss-up between if this one or the hammock picture is the most sought after pick for everyone. But we love this space. It's our two-story Art Deco nightclub where we do different entertainment shows and then different kind of club experiences with different types of music as well. So lots to do in the evening hours. Are adventure lovers. So if anyone has clients in their database that when you send them on a cruise, you're a little worried because you think, you know what, I don't trust that they're going to make it back to the ship on time because they're the ones that like to take the off the beaten path. They're the ones that, find where the locals go. And sometimes you worry that they maybe stray a little too far from the ship. Well, feel confident sending them to Virgin Voyages because we are designed for the adventure lover. We want you to take the off the beaten path. We want you to have really unique experiences. So, through our shore things, we wanted to curate a program that allowed us to be different. Um, when you look at our itineraries and our ports of call, we stay very late in port on purpose because we want to give you time to get to really dive into the destination. We have a lot of overnight stays as well. So you can really, use us as a product, but then also curate amazing land experiences for them when they're in these overnight ports. But our shore things we wanted to design to make sure we had that perfect balance from relaxing to energetic, once in a lifetime. And of course, Sir Richard's short list of his favorite things to do. But what I love about our shore things, and again, I always recommend the shore things through our ships because we ensure that everything's taken care of with them. But our shore things are in line with our sustainability views. We are an extremely sustainable first company, and we've got this beautiful sustainability um, brochure on firstmates.com, which I highly recommend everyone downloads, really talking through the fact that, we eliminated the single-use plastics on board, just all of the steps we're taking to reduce our footprint and make the locations we're sailing to better. So our shore things again fall in line with that. We only work with vendors that are in line with what we're looking for from a sustainability standpoint. So, kind of as you think about these different kinds of sailors from a group's perspective, family reunions, anniversaries, bachelorette parties, friends trips, birthdays. We do a ton of 40th, 50th, and 60th birthday celebrations on our ship. It seems like we are the go-to brand for all things celebrations. So literally anything, just think of Virgin Voyages, especially if they are traveling without their kiddos. We want to be an option and we want you to have confidence presenting us in front of your clients because I promise you, once you send them to us, we will take amazing care of them and they will come back and more than likely rebook on board, which automatically is credited back to you. So incredible experiences they can have with their friend groups. So, current promotions, what do we have going on? So, this is a busy, busy day for us because it is the last day of our current promotion. So, right now we've got 70% off our second sailors, and we're offering those free balcony upgrades. So, you book that limited view sea terrace for the price of a sea view on most of our sailings for 2025 and 2026. So, this has been extremely popular. So, thank you all to our fabulous first mates for throwing this out to their clients. But today is the last day of this promotion. So let's get those bookings in. And I know you'll be ready to go close those deals as soon as we get off this webinar. Some other great promotions. So, like I said, we're a really celebratory ship. We take Halloween very seriously on board. And again, no kids, just treats. So, we've got all of our sailings that hit over Halloween, even in the week leading up to Halloween. We've got such fun activations going on, including costume contests, themed food and drinks, lots of shipwide decor, spooky live bands, and a lot more surprises. So, usually, any of our holiday sailings that you find, including New Year's Eve, we always do really special activations. But if you've got sailors out there that don't have young kids that are looking to do Halloween a little different, I highly recommend offering Halloween as one of those. So those are on sale currently, and we still have some space on a few of them. So check those out if you've got anyone interested. And then bar tab. So we did kind of revamp our bar tab bonuses, which is really exciting, and offering larger bar tabs. So what's great about bar tab is instead of, those traditional drink packages where, both people in the cabin are forced into it, what we found with our sailors is a lot of times one drinks more than the other. And with the drink package, they're so expensive. You feel like you're paying for other people's drinking habits. And that is something our sailors did not want. They're like, what if I only want a really nice glass of wine at dinner? I don't want to have to pay this extravagant package. And we all know those beverage prices on board can be crazy. So bar tab is our solution to that. One sailor can buy it. You can share it. You can buy drinks for other sailors. I know that sounds crazy if you're an avid cruiser. You're like, what do you mean? Normally that is so frowned upon. But no, when you buy bar tab, you can use it however you want for whatever you want. But the trick is to pre-purchase it. You can only get this before you sail. Bar tab is commissionable to you as the advisor. So it is absolutely worth your time to sell this. And basically, how it works is the more money you pre purchase, the bigger the bonus will be. So if you buy a $1,000 bar tab, we'll give you an extra $250 on us to spend. And remember, you can share these with your cabin mates. So that's a great option if maybe you're on a longer sailing. But it's just these extra added perks to really give you great value. And our drink pricing on board is extremely reasonable. Our Heinekens are $6. And remember, there's no gratuities or service charges on top of that. So, and then about 42% of our wines are $10 or less per glass. So, of course, we've got options you can splurge on and obviously find much nicer glasses, but we've got some great economical offerings for you that you can really make your bar tab go a long way. So this next section, brilliant to do business with. How can we support you as the advisor? How can we grow your business? Well, I've got a lot of great things kind of coming your way. So number one is firstmates.com. If you are not currently registered with us, we would love to see you go to firstmates.com and sign up your agency or sign up under your agency and let us work with you. I guarantee you absolutely have our clients, and we'd love to help you find them and help you navigate to that first booking. So once you're registered with us, that's how you get all of our trade support. It's how you get our marketing emails and access to our online marketing materials, our webinars, and just all things Virgin Voyages. So this is really a tool for you, and it's kind of your one-stop shop for all things Virgin Voyages. Once you're in our system, you can then take Academy. Academy is our on-demand training program. There's 4 tiers, and every time you complete a tier, we send you an updated signature, an updated stamp to put in your signature, so your clients know you're a certified advisor with Virgin Voyages. But each tier is packed full of perks. The one thing we hear over and over is it's hard to find the time to do it. So we want to make sure it's worth your time and it's rewarding. I can promise you it's worth your time because what we see overall is our advisors that are gold. So through all of our training have 10 times the amount of bookings as someone that has not taken our training. That's 10 times the commissions, 10 times the repeat clients, and really just super beneficial. So we're seeing that it really does help from a selling standpoint. It gives you those talk tracks and those sound bites and really just paints the experience to get you that confidence to sell us to your clients. So we love that. It's also how you unlock our advisor rates. If you have not been on our ship, we invite you to do so. And I'm happy to report that our first mate rates are now published through January, which is the furthest out booking window we've ever had on first mate rates. So there's tons of sailings for you to choose from. So definitely do that. It's $100 per person per day for a balcony cabin. Great price. But we know over and over again, the second we get you on our ship, one, we hope you fall in love with it personally, but we know for a fact you will come on board and immediately think of clients you've got to send on Virgin Voyages. So it is something, it's such a unique experience. We know you need to experience it. So by doing Academy, you get access to that. By completing through Gold, you get $150 onboard credit for your own personal booking, and then also priority access to FAMs and special events that we're doing. So we want to take care of our Gold First Mates. And when our field team is out in the field, we always pull from that Gold list first. We want to find the advisors that have dedicated the time to train themselves and learn our products. So lots of great things. Now, if you are sitting here as I'm going through this slide saying, I just don't have the time to do Academy, I'm targeting you in this next slide and challenging you to do this. Get to Gold. It is a brand new webinar series our First Mate engagement team just launched. We know your time is so valuable, and we want to be mindful of that. Typically, the on-demand program, doing it yourself, takes about 5.5 hours to get through the whole thing. But now you can sign up for our Get to Gold webinars. We actually have 4 coming up in the month of September. And all you have to do, it's a live webinar, 3 hours of your time. Get registered, put it on your calendar. By the end of that session, you will be gold and you'll unlock all of those perks I just showed you on the last slide. It is an expedited version. If you've got a long layover in the airport, sign up for this session. Please do it because I promise you the benefits that come out of it are well worth the 3-hour time commitment. So this is a great option for maybe those that, if you're someone that just has to get it on the calendar to make it stick, do this option. And JC and Cindy are absolutely fantastic. So we has a max of 300 advisors per session, and we've been maxing out at 300 every time. So register as soon as possible, scan that code. And if you're someone that's been putting off Academy, I'm thrilled to know that you'll be getting it done in September. So very excited for you as you go through that next part of your sales journey. Our First Mate Society Facebook page. So this is completely run from our headquarter office. John Diorio, our amazing VP of sales, he does bi-weekly Facebook lives called the Monday Sip with Sabrina Newman. And this is a amazing channel for our First Mate community. So if you go on Facebook, simply search First Mate Society, join there. We do a lot of contests. It's where we post promotions. It's honestly a really collaborative space. Our first mates engage with each other on that site. And then every now and then, Sir Richard himself will pop in and say hello to our advisors because he loves the First Mate channel. So please make sure you're in that society group. Send over that request to join with your First Mate email address, and we'll get you in there. But lots of great content. And again, that is solely run through our headquarter office. So really kind of that source of truth for you as the advisor. And then, of course, compelling commission. We want you to earn with us. We want it to be a mutually beneficial relationship. And, for us, it's quality over quantity. We want you to earn good money on even a single booking with us. So we pay 16% on the voyage fare and 10% on anything pre-voyage. That bar tab we just talked about, 10%. Voyage protection. It kills me to hear there are still clients out there traveling without voyage protection or travel insurance. Crazy. We all know we just got to change that behavior and get them booking and protecting themselves, but you'll earn 10% on that. So anything you can physically add to the booking, regardless of how it's booked, as long as it's added before they sail, you'll get that 10%. And then just a slight flex, no NCFs, those pesky non-commissionable fares. Ever since we launched to the brand, we always said that we wanted to make sure we were doing right by you as our advisors. You're the ones out there spreading the word and educating clients about this incredible product. So you deserve to earn that full 16% commission. So thrilled about that. So especially looking at some of those European 11-night, 12-night, some of our 15-night sailings, that is a fantastic commission coming your way. Let's Go Book. I promise you, if, maybe I'm on in the background as you're answering emails, if you don't know what your Let's Go Book link is, it is absolutely worth it for you to tune in right now and learn how to utilize this tool because it is truly groundbreaking technology. And being a newer cruise line and having this available to you is exactly how you can earn commission while you sleep. Who doesn't want to wake up to commission in their inbox? I know I would love to see that. So what is it? Okay. Basically, it is a branded link to you. How you find it. You log into firstmates.com. You click your name, your profile name in the upper right-hand corner, and then you'll select My Profile. Once you click My Profile, in that personal details section, you'll see a little button that says Copy Link, First Mate Link. This is unique to you. It has your agency ID and your agent ID. What it does is when you use this link, if you do this amazing Facebook post on Virgin Voyages, you can take that link, you can turn it into a short link or a bit.ly, but as your clients click on it, it then takes them to virginvoyages.com. But at the top of the page, it says sold and serviced by Kristy Woolums. It has my email and my phone number. So you as the advisor, those would be your details. And it allows your clients to look at sailings, look at different cabins. And when they book using your link, you get full commission and everything stays the same. You instantly get that confirmation email that they book through their link. You show up as the first mate of record on their booking, and it's just truly incredible. The other piece to it is the cookie technology as it stands today actually stays linked to the sailor for up to a year after they've clicked the link. So what does that mean? It means you did this amazing, compelling post, or you sent a newsletter on Virgin Voyages to your database, or you have us on your website. Your clients click it. They go to Virgin Voyages, they surf around, but they don't do anything. Well, fast forward a few months, they go to virginvoyages.com. They are still connected to you as long as they have not cleared their cookies. It does notify them at the top of the page that they're booking under you as the advisor, which is fantastic. But this is a great way to, find new business. It's a way to make your marketing efforts actionable. Having this link, I see First Mates turn it into QR codes. If you're working a bridal show or a trade show, have a Virgin section and have that QR code so clients can come up and be linked to you. And it's just a great tool. Also, we see advisors that use it themselves to make bookings. It uses our consumer site to book, and it's so clean. Within a few clicks, you can confirm a booking. So if you're on the go, it's mobile friendly. You yourself use your own link to book your clients. You also can use that as you're on the go, as I mentioned, which is just a really clean way to make bookings. And also, if you don't have time to learn a new booking engine, use your Let's Go Book link to get those bookings in, and then you can service it, of course, through firstmates.com. So either way, you can customize it to certain sailings, send it out, and it's fantastic. You get those Pied Pipers, give them that booking link so they can have their friends and family book through you as well, and you can take care of the whole group all together. So we love this technology. Don't post anything about Virgin Voyages without making sure that booking link is there, because it is a game changer. Extra layer of support. So now that we're marketing, we're actionable, we're doing all the great things, our North American sales crew is fantastic. We have sales managers that work with you based on where you physically live, regardless of where your headquarter location is. Get to know your sales manager. They have seen it all. They're creative. They know how to help you grow your business. You've got Cindy and JC there to help you build through that first business, to help you learn how to market the product. We've got all the layers of support to meet you wherever you are in your business, whether it's your first booking with us or your 100th booking with us. We're here to kind of be that ally with you. And again, we want anyone that's interested in selling our product, we want to figure out how we can best support you. So reach out to your sales manager, get to know them. They are an incredible group of people. You really will just love working with them. Perks of getting through Academy. So if you haven't registered for that Get to Gold series, make sure you do that, because as a gold tier first mate, you get access to our virtual cruise nights. Our field team works hard. We have no problem. If you've got a group of 20 or more interested sailors, they can hop on a call with you and introduce Virgin Voyages to your clients, get them super excited. And a lot of times there's extra incentives that they can offer your clients to kind of give them that benchmark and say, hey, you came to this event, you're interested. If you book within a week or so, we can get you some extra incentives by booking through your advisor. So we're happy to partner with you and, spread the VV love and get the word out there. So this is, again, only reserved for our gold tier first mates. So lots of benefits you unlock by going through that training. So we are really excited to get to work with you if we're not already. So I know that was a lot of information, but I hope you absolutely got some great nuggets to take away from it. But we can open it up to Q&A. I saw lots of emojis coming through. I think we have some questions that came in. So I'll kind of pivot over to that portion now. Let's see. Karen asked if we have itineraries with overnight stays. Yes, we absolutely do, especially looking at those Europe itineraries. We usually have at least one overnight attached to them. Lots of love in the chat. I love to see it. Let's see. Can you make reservations on the app before sailing for our restaurants? Great question. Yes, our dining reservations open up 45 days prior to sailing. What I will tell you about reservations is you absolutely can make them, but the majority of our inventory does not open up until we are on board the ship. So once your clients get on board, they can connect to the ship Wi-Fi and a lot more inventory opens up for them. We also have crew that is available on that first day of embarkation to help with making dinner reservations. Um, let's see. Will there be tours of Brilliant Lady when we're in NYC? That's a great question. We are still working through the Brilliant Lady showcase. But what I will tell you is that if we are doing ship tours and local events in these markets, which I'm telling you will do some great activations, where are we going to go? We're going to pull those gold tier first mates. So if you want to be involved in our Brilliant Ladies Showcase, when that comes in 2025, make sure you are gotten to gold. So we're going to extend invites to our gold tier first meets first. But yes, we want to get as many advisors on the ship to come experience and see the products. Let's see. Oh, we got an ask for the gold tier barcode, which I love to hear. So I'm just going to go back to this get to gold page. Please feel free to go ahead and register for that. Thomas gave us a great shout out on having great commissions. Let's see. Hi, everyone. Oh, I love seeing all the love in the chat. Are the drinks in the restaurant included? So all of your basic beverages will be included, your sodas, but any kind of alcohol is going to be at a charge. So we do have some great activations on board, which include some of those drinks, but that's your clients will have pre-bought their bar tabs, so they have plenty of money to spend on those charged beverages. Ship inspections, a lot of questions about ship tours in general. So if you are interested in ship tours, currently we only do them out of Port Miami. So if you're going to be in Miami, shoot your sales manager an email, let them know. We do have a process in place to get advisors signed up for ship tours. So we'd love to have you, and they can let you know what some of the dates are for those ship tours. Our Alaskan sailings will start in summer of 2026. So summer of 26 will be our full Alaska sailing. Let's see. We are currently taking deposits for Alaska. So if you have clients that know they want to do Alaska, they are refundable deposits. So there's a form they can fill out, but it essentially gets some first priority at selecting those Alaska itineraries once they come out. Questions about groups. So right now, groups are a minimum of 10 cabins. What I will tell you is we are in the process of making our groups program even better for you. So our advisors are really doing a great job selling groups. We want to be more competitive in the space. We want to, make it in line with what you're used to. So I think we'll see some great changes coming to groups. But for now, 10 cabins is the minimum. Sailors will get some onboard credit based on their cabin category, and you as the advisor will earn either the TC option or you can take a 2% bonus commission, which is really exciting. There's a question about if you can bring a guest on a first mate rate. Absolutely. So you can book one cabin under that rate at a time. It is up to 2 sailors, but they'll get that same $100 per day price that you do. Or you can go solo and still get that balcony cabin and pay $100 per person per day. So that's fabulous. Congratulations, Catherine. She said she made her first booking yesterday and loves all the support she's getting from VV. Thank you, Catherine. Truly, we love celebrating with you. So excited for you guys to get trained. Let's see. Once you get through C Academy, you'll get an emailed signature stamp that you can download and add to your signature, which is a fantastic idea. And if you want to one-up that signature, make sure you add that Let's Go Book link in there so they can click it and then go straight to your booking page. Dana got her first booking through Let's Go Book, which is fantastic. We love to see that. Let's see. Great questions, everyone. Okay, I think that's the majority of the questions. My next Virgin Voyage. There's a lot of talk in here. So we did recently change the program. Now the discount essentially is based off the length of sailing. There is an incredible infographic on firstmates.com with that on there. So if you just go into our marketing materials and type MNVV, it will pull up all of those great assets for you. So I recommend kind of going through that as well. Oh, hi, Henry. Henry is one of our top 100 first mates. Hi, Henry. He said if you haven't sailed on Virgin, you'll be amazed how easy it is to sell. Henry has had that great success as well. So thank you for that shout out. But really, take advantage. Like I said, those first mate rates are open through January. Come see us. Our team loves having our advisors on board the ships. Get some great content, use that, share your experience. Your customers want to see you on board and want to see what you do and how much fun that you have. But truly, thank you all. I know this was a lot of information. I hope you loved it, but please reach out to us. And like I said, firstmates.com, you can find our full sales team. We're standing by ready to help you. And again, we're just thankful for you trusting us with your clients and are excited to continue making waves with you as we continue to grow and expand and welcome Brilliant Lady to our fleet. So with that, that is all we have for today. So thank you guys. Have a fabulous long weekend, and we'll see you on board soon.